And just to show you that we do actually get some kind of wet weather here in Malta, it's raining. It was pouring earlier, but now it's kind of eased off a little bit. Kind of rain clouds, but the weather's coming from that direction, so a little bit of rain doesn't do any harm at all. And the next thing we're going to do is try and isolate the problem with the electricity. So this is my little pontoon pillar thing that supplies power, and mine's off and now it's on. So let's go back and see if we can turn on things. Everything's turned off on the boat right now, and so I want to go through everything on the boat, turning them one by one to find out which of the sockets is causing the problem. I suspect it's a problem that one of my things is called. See, 8 o'clock in the morning, fireworks. I suspect it's one of the things that I've installed that's called the problem, because the boat's pretty reliable and I'm not, so we'll find out what it is. Okay, that means that everything's turned on. See, last night I just had to rig this up so that I actually had power, even if it was just cables running all over the place, which is definitely not what you want. But I needed power and I couldn't be bothered to troubleshoot last night, so I didn't. Go back outside and reset things. And that's why you have circuit breakers, because when something causes a problem, you can fix it and the whole boat doesn't burn down. I thought the toaster might have been the problem, but as you can see, it's not. So the problem has been isolated to this nasty little thing, the kettle. Boom, in the trash. My neighbors swapped out. The venture locker people moved on, and we have Axel here, but he's actually gone back to Austria for a few weeks. So he's leaving his boat here at the Marina, and I'm just going to take care of it. If it needs moving, the Marina requires that there's someone on the Marina who can jump on the boat and move it for them, just in case it has to be moved. So I've gone through all of his starting instructions and everything, so that's good. Still moving forward with the film idea. Bit windy, where are we? Still moving forward with the film idea with Eric, so that's really good. Have been straightening out a few twists in the plot and making them more interesting. Yesterday I was gonna go to, well, on Friday I went to an event up in the other side of Slima. We have a bit of a emergency. Not really an emergency, but someone's got stuck and their outboard motor won't work, so we're going to go and rescue them. And here we are performing a rescue mission. See that behind me? That's Bill, he's being rescued. It's a little bit like rescuing an art car in deep playa. Where they can't help themselves, but you can help them. It's a good thing. We did it.
Do appreciate that.
My pleasure. Nice boat.
She's a hell of a boat.
So we saved Richard, which is good, and now we're trying to figure out how to move Peter's boat, which is over there, to here somewhere. But honestly, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't like bullies. I never have done. When I was at school, Los Angeles, anywhere, I've never liked bullies. And Trump is a bully. He's just a bully. And he thinks he gets away with it because often he does get away with it. But I think at last he's not going to get away with it. And hopefully we can just be done with Trump and all his fucking idiot followers. I don't know what they're going to do if he loses. And it's looking like he's going to lose, thankfully. But you never know. So it's very important that if you are voting in California, it doesn't make much difference. But if you've got friends elsewhere, talk to them. Although, to be honest, it's almost like not worth talking to them because they're just so sucked up into the system that it's like talking to a wall. Look, a dinghy. The other day, I woke up and the fucking thing was flat again. This is a different dinghy, right? But this particular thing was flat, and I couldn't work it out. And as I was working out, I realized there was water in the thing as well. So what had happened is this had become detached, and when you were sat in it, it didn't let water in, but as soon as you went forward, it scooped in water very fast. So hopefully I fixed that, and hopefully I fixed the back thing. And someone was saying it sounded like I overinflated it, but I have this valve here which is supposed to pop if you do actually overinflate it, because what can happen is you inflate it in the evening or something when it's cooler, and then it gets hot in the light of day, and that causes the pressure to increase in these tubes, which would cause them to get too much pressure inside and split the seams. But that's why it's got those safety valves. So I don't fucking know. And if I put this back in the water and it leaks, I'm going to come up with some swear words that you've never heard before. This totally sucks. You can see that water's not supposed to be there. So, I don't know. Let me reach around the front and see if I can. Yeah, it's totally delaminated again. Fuck. I don't know how to fix this. I just looked down there. You can't see it because it's too small, but I can see some little bubbles, which means the whole thing's got to come out again. And the frustrating thing is, because I'm on the breakwater, I can't lift this thing up very easily, which makes it difficult. And I can't figure out what the problem is, because I've used 3 different types of glue, 2 different types of patch. I left it overnight to like cure properly. I really thought I'd solved all my dinghy problems. The good news is that after the 4th or 5th time of doing this, it gets a little easier because you've learned how to do it. And if anyone thinks I'm using the wrong materials, it's Hyperlon dinghy repair with Hyperlon epoxy. So I'm using the right stuff. So an update. I figured out what's wrong with the dinghy. When I bought it, my friend Tony was told, I bought it from my friend Tony, and he was told that it was Hyperlon. And there's 2 materials that dinghies are made from: Hyperlon and PVC. And if you try using Hyperlon glue on a PVC dinghy, it doesn't work. So the glue was just coming unstuck, and I couldn't figure out why, because I was using the right glue, except I wasn't. So that was frustrating 3 days, but I made it through. It's a nice evening here. It's been it's not very windy, so it gets a little bit kind of stuffy. I mean, I have my little air conditioner, but it's quite nice out tonight. You can see there's the Black Pearl. And then that's the Maltese Navy, and Valletta, that's a big hotel there. Ooh, there's a nice boat over there. So my dinghy problems are solved for now, and I have my spare dinghy. I got 2 dinghies and 2 working motors. That is a rare fucking feat. 4-stroke, the big engine, which is quite expensive. I managed to buy it for €100 and fix it, and it's probably worth about 600. I'm not sure, but a lot more than I paid for it. And then, there's a kind of skidoo thing. Today's task was to replace these rather rusty window wipers. The actual blades, strangely enough, are completely good, but as you can see, these are just like rusted more than I would have imagined. And I've been I've been thinking about replacing them for a while. But if you go into the local chandlery, any local chandlery, they're like €20 a piece because they're marine window wipers. So I went into the local auto parts store, and for €5 got pretty much the same thing. I had a problem with the diesel heater. The glow plug wasn't working properly, so I got a new one, but I'm having some problems trying to prime it. But whilst I was down in the depths of the hold trying to prime my diesel heater, I'm like, I should just drain some of the fuel out and see if it's clean. Not so clean. Not as much crud in the starboard tank, but still some, so I'm glad we got rid of that.